Hi everyone. This video is meant to help you navigate our learning management system, Canvas. The first thing I want to show you is the dashboard. So when you log into Canvas, this is what you should see. And there's a bunch of, you probably have access to one or many courses. Ours is going to be this one with this picture of a pine needle cross section. Before we get into our course, I want to show you some of the important information under the account settings in Canvas. So first of all, check in here and see which email address Canvas has for you. It's probably going to be your Siskiyou's email address. If that isn't an email address that you regularly check, you may want to add another email address. And that's important because that is where the notifications will be sent. So if you look at mine, the notifications are all set to be sent to my Siskiyou's email address. You can get notifications about due dates. You can get notifications about announcements, and I highly recommend that you get notifications about announcements. You can get notifications as soon as I grade something, so you can go and take a look at it, see if you have any questions. You can also get, I also recommend that you get notifications about submission comments because those are easy to miss. And oftentimes I'm giving students feedback almost every assignment, maybe in a rubric, on the document, and then also in a submission comment. So make sure that you have some of these notifications set so that you're not missing important information. I'm also asking you to upload a picture or an avatar so that we see something when we're communicating with you, not just your name. So this picture will show up when you make a discussion post, and it'll be the little picture that's in the circle for your account. So make sure you go in there and upload a picture as well. So those are the kinds of things that are important that I want you to take a look at in your account settings early in the semester. Then the other things I want to show you are in our course. So Introduction to Life Sciences should be somewhere on your dashboard if you're registered for the course. The home page includes a welcome and some information for getting started. So there's information in a welcome letter that I sent everyone. That is also posted as an announcement. This just has some information about the general flow of things. Now, an overview announcement comes out Sunday, very early in the morning, and then most everything is due and the module will close at Saturday at 11:59 p.m. So that's kind of the flow of the weekly work. So this button will take you to the modules. In this case, it's set to take us to the week 0 module. There's a link to the syllabus here, a link to a Q&A discussion, my contact information, a way to get to my Zoom room, which you can find me at during my office hours, and some contact information for expert instructional aide Caitlin French. You should expect this page to change a little bit. We do have a few course tutors in the ASC, and I plan to update this with their contact information as well. So there's just some kind of general course information here on the home page. I also wanted to show you the announcements tab. So this is where I will post the weekly overview. This is always going to include a written and also a video walkthrough of everything you need to do for the week. So this is a great place to begin your weekly work. That link on the homepage will take you to the modules. So this week we know we're doing week 0 and week 1, but I just kind of want to take a minute to walk you through a typical week. So let's take a look at week 4. Each of our weeks starts with a content page. I've given you a link to the chapter and then also some learning objectives. These learning objectives are meant to really guide your reading of the chapter. It can be difficult to understand things by just reading them. I'm hoping that this could be a way to make your reading a little bit more active. For example, if we look at this, explain the difference between kinetic and potential energy. So rather than just reading about kinetic and potential energy, you could actually try to do this as you move through that content. Our content pages are also always going to have terms to know on the second tab. These are words that I recommend you read through the list and then make flashcards for the terms you're not familiar with. There are so many terms to know in biology. So it is like really, really vocabulary intense. And flashcards are an excellent way to help memorize these terms. The content page is also going to have often some videos and some text to help guide you through the textbook information. So there's a section of chapter 4 about energy and metabolism. Some people will understand it perfectly by reading it. Some people won't. These videos are meant to just kind of give you that same information in a different format. So to add some audio and visual to your understanding. So I've done that for several of the topics. It's usually the tricky ones. I've done that for several of the topics in chapter 4. Okay, I want to point out that Canvas, when you're in a module, it has these next buttons. So if you can click that to go to the next component in the module. And this is a class discussion. So this is about enzymes in your shopping cart. So you're going to educate yourself about how we use enzymes at home, in the kitchen, for cleaning, for a whole bunch of different uses. Some people use enzymes as medicines. So to participate in our class discussions, you are going to click the reply button and then you're going to type a response. So you're going to follow the instructions for your initial posts, which are here, and you're going to type, and eventually you're going to post by clicking this reply button a response. Our discussions typically have a Wednesday due date for your initial post and a Saturday due date for a follow-up post. So after you participate in the discussion, you'll be able to see everyone else's responses. You can get in there and make some substantive responses to some of the things that your peers have said. So to get to the next component of the module, which is the lab, I just click next. The lab, so this is the assignment page. This is where you will upload the results of the experiment or answers to the questions or study tables that you made. And here's where the instructions are. So the instructions for the labs are on tabbed pages, just like those content pages. So this is walking you through looking at a video about enzymes. So you're gonna, make a table like this, answer these questions. This is going to walk you through another activity. This one's about measuring aerobic respiration. And then you are being asked to make a couple of study tables. These study tables, most labs are going to include having you fill out some study tables. And you might want to take a look at these before you dig into the content and fill these out as you move through the content. So as you read the chapter and look at the videos on the content page, these are going to be really important for preparing for your unit quizzes. So those quizzes are going to have some short answer questions. Every single one of those short answer questions is covering content that's in these study tables. So I'm really trying to help you prepare for those short answer questions, which are kind of like essay questions, where you just have a box in Canvas that you type a response to. So these study tables are going to be really important in helping you prepare for your unit quizzes. So we're on that tabbed lab instructions page. To get back to the place where you need to turn in what you've done, you click on that link on the bottom of the instructions page. This tells you everything you need to turn in, and you will upload it into Canvas. There's instructions here for uploading a document into Canvas if you need those. Every week you're going to have a practice quiz. Doesn't count for any points. It's here to help you get ready for the graded quiz, which is going to be the last component of the module. So these quizzes are, the graded quizzes are worth 10 points, and there's a 15-minute time limit. These quizzes can be done using notes, using your study tables, using your book. However, I really recommend that you do everything you can to prepare before you take them, because you might not have enough time to look up the answers as you move through. You only have 15 minutes. So I want to just go back to the module view and just kind of talk through the rationale for the organization here. I really think it's valuable to move through this material in the order that it's presented. So we're starting with the content. We're getting to know the content, at least about enzymes in this case, from chapter 4 a little bit better by working with it and creating relevant discussion posts. Then we're working with enzymes and cellular respiration and filling out those study tables in the lab part. So that's going to help reinforce what we saw on the content page. And then finally, we're getting ready for this practice quiz, and then you're showing me everything you've learned in the 10-point graded quiz. So I know a lot of you like to use Canvas from your phones. I will say that I have designed everything using my computer, and this is what I think you're seeing. And I really recommend that rather than, if you go back to your homepage, you will have due dates, things that are coming up, getting blasted to you right here. And I highly recommend that rather than working from those due dates, that you work through the module in the order that you see it in on the modules tab. I think that you'll be more successful if you take that approach. Okay, so as always, please let me know if you have any questions navigating Canvas or navigating specifically our course in Canvas.